Better gear, better rig does not equal better racing. This is a pitfall that I've fallen into, and I'm sure many of you have fallen into, where you spend so much time upgrading your rig and getting new gear, and you forget to actually use the sim rig. So this is first in a series that I'm going to be doing, kind of tracking my progress in rally. This is one of 3 runs I did last night. I did it kind of late, and the runs I were doing were really inconsistent, kind of all over the place. But this was the final run when I decided to just take it slow and get through the race. So that's the big thing for me that I've noticed. I have a lot of good moments here and there, but I find myself being inconsistent overall. And so this run was just me trying to take it slow and not overdo it. Specifically with rally, I find myself losing focus at some point during the run, and I end up in kind of a flow state where I could be driving well, but at some point a call is made, my brain doesn't register it, and I end up going off course. So that's one of the main things I've been trying to focus on moving forward, is trying to stay present and stay locked in while I'm driving. Another thing is inconsistency on corners and braking. So that's something that's huge for me. Sometimes I have perfect execution on a hairpin, other times it's all over the place. Coming up here is a good example of the inconsistency of my position on the track. So that corner right there, which I ended up saving, which I felt pretty cool about. But if you're too far on the outside right there, you'll either flip or spin out like I did there. And half of the time I'll be on the inside, half of the time I'll hit it. So for me, it's just a matter of dialing in consistency on stuff like that. At the end of the day, rally is all about consistency, and consistency is hard to achieve with so many changing variables at all times, and you're not necessarily remembering all the corners of the tracks. You're relying on calls to do so. So for me, I think the biggest things I need to work on for consistency is consistent braking, weight transfer of the car in and out of corners. I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to that. And position on the track, knowing where I need to be at a given time to set up for entries and exits of corners, or even straights where there'll be objects or something on the side of the road. Coming up here is a good example of, I was trying to do a Scandinavian flick, but I just lost all speed and then ended up just kind of sliding out, a very pitiful attempt at a hairpin. But that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that, where just getting the feeling and the muscle memory of the amount of brake, throttle, and steering wheel I need to pull off a hairpin consistently. Another thing I struggle with is I seem to have amnesia about certain mistakes on certain parts of tracks. So there'll be one corner or one spot where I crash every single time, and it's usually later throughout the course, but it seems like I have certain areas of the map where I crash over and over and over again, and it's almost like I forget that it exists, and I keep repeating the same mistake every time. So that's something I want to work on and clock those areas that I know are a problem and fix the mistake and stop forgetting about it and doing the same mistake over and over. Another thing I've had to come to terms with is gear doesn't fix everything. And it's something that's very easy to fall into. It's like, oh, you're having a problem, buy this. Having an issue, buy that. But there's only so much new gear will do for you, and there's only so far it'll take you. As far as performance go, the only new piece of gear that I think will actually make a big impact is load cell brakes. Other than that, you can make the argument for immersion or a fun factor and all that, which is great. But for actual performance, I think load cell pedals are great, and they really help with consistency on your braking. And personally, I enjoy working on my rig and upgrading it just as much as I enjoy using it. So it is kind of it's a hard balance between working on the rig and using the rig. And up until this point, I think I've worked on the rig and upgraded the rig more than I've actually used it. So now I'm pretty much done with all the upgrades I want to do. I know we say we're done, we're never finished, but all the major things I wanted to do, I've done, and I've gotten it set up pretty much exactly how I want it. There's a couple new things that I have in mind. One is actually, it just arrived, which is going to be, it's an Apexi control board, basically ignition switch and stuff like that. And that's fully just immersion and just because I enjoy that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I said, yeah, you can't buy your way out of a skill issue, and you're gonna need to practice, which I am doing and I'm finding out myself. You just need to get in there and put in the work. That's really all you can do. Another thing I'd like to talk about is improvement isn't necessarily linear, and it's not something you're going to notice every little piece of your gameplay getting better. Small improvements are hard to notice, And it's not like a huge jump. It's tiny changes over time that you might not even feel that are happening, but you'll look back and see, wow, I've gotten a lot better at this. And that goes for anything in life. It could be a sport, hobby, or sim racing. So yeah, don't get discouraged by lack of progress or you feel like you're not hitting the goals that you set for yourself. It comes with time and you might not notice it's happening, but if you're putting in the work, you will improve over time. So in summary, consistency is hard. It's something you're gonna have to put in the work to get better at. Gear doesn't fix everything. Small improvements are hard to notice, but they are happening. And all in all, whatever you do, you will get better at it as long as you stay consistent, put in the work. Thank you guys for watching the video today. It was fun making it. This is the first video I've made of this style. I enjoyed making it. There's a few hiccups along the way, but overall, it was a good experience. I plan on tracking my progress through Rally and sharing it with you guys. I'm gonna let the rest of this video play out and you guys can see to the end of the Rally stage. If you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate all of you. And if you guys wanna see what I got planned in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and tune in next time. I'll see you guys later.
50 over bumps, 6 left, keep in. Caution, kinks, over bumps. Into 5 left, 40. 1 right. And 2 left, short, 40. Flat right. Into 4 right, keep in. And 5 left, 40. 5 right, 100. Into 4 right, and 5 left, into 4 right, and 4 right, into 2 left, tightens, and kinks, 80, right long, opens, crest, and 4 right, very long, into 3 left, tightens, 5 right, into 4 left, over crest, into 3 right, keep in, 100, 4 right, tightens 3, late, 40, kinks, into 3 left long, tightens, finish.